All right, so the last class I taught before I went away, which seems like it was really a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago, right? We were working off of, we were doing this drill where I do cross to cross, and you push my cross off with the loft backwards. Do something similar, not exactly the same. I'm going to start by doing a jab cross. Jab cross. He's going to parry it away. I'm going to wedge through, but this time I'm going to pack and hit. The last time I did the lop and hit, right? So again, jab, cross, wedge, pack and hit. Cross, hook, cross. He's going to step back and feed me a lead. Now check on the midline. Okay? So again, jab, cross, wedge, trap and hit. Cross, hook, cross. Now check. Okay? And I want you to do the opposite lead. So jab, cross, he parries it off. I'm going to wedge, trap and hit. Cross, hook, cross, shifts back. Like it, okay? If you want to go low line, that's fine. Like that. I know I didn't really stretch out, it was just kind of warmed up. So nothing wrong, especially for jump fan, to go with a low line kick. Don't have to be high. So again, jab cross, parries, I wedge, I trap and I hit. Cross, hook, cross. Okay, or he shifts back and gives me what he did. Boom. Okay, but that would be a rib kick. That's no hands up. But I'd be careful popping in there. Brian will demonstrate on this side. Get an extra hit. All right, then back to the other lead. So one more time. I jab cross. He's parrying my hand off his face. Right, we're going with the idea that I've made contact and he's wiping me away. I've made contact, he wipes it away. So I wedge through and I hit him again. Okay, and then that opens up my mind for cross, hook, cross, shift back. Okay, so the idea of putting the trapping into kickboxing, that was the big change from Wing Chun to, at the time, was Jun Fan Kung Fu, when Bruce was making his own expression of the art. He was learning where he could make trapping fit into kickboxing. Okay, he just saw this spot here. There's the trap. Once that's done, right back to kickboxing. It's perfect. That makes sense? Yeah, any questions?
You've tried to give you guys another minute on this before we continue. I just want to emphasize a couple of things. I'm going to take my gloves off today. You ain't seen nothing.
So, right, I jab cross, bomb, bomb. You push it up. This motion where I'm going to wedge is actually a shot to the eyes. Right? So when we're doing JKD, one of the principles of JKD is no passive motions. That's everything should be aggressive, which is part of why we're doing the Pakistan hit. So jab cross, he wipes. This is meant to be a hit. Whether it's succeed or not, I follow up by just trapping and letting that arm go through. Right? So from that point, I'm shuffling in, trapping to hit through. Remember Dale, this is very much Dale stuff back in the day, right? Cross, hook, cross, and then you shift back. Great. So just see that forward pressure. This is Jump Fan JKD is all about forward pressure, all about aggression, all about causing pain. Okay, so jab, cross, a shot to the eye, I hit the face, cross, hook, cross, kick to the ribs. Okay, so one more minute, but just make sure that that wedge is aggressive and that tap is aggressive. Right? Okay, so we have different styles that we focus on. Right? We have Sadat, which is very elusive, moving on the outside, staying at the long range. We have the Jun Fan, which is all about closing. Right? It's all about his theory, bridging the gap. It's closing and just making a constant forward pressure. Right? And then we balance that out with when we're starting to work Cali, we're working the sides as we're coming. Right? So we have one system that stays outside. We have one system that closes and one system that works angles and closing. We kind of work together to balance things out. Here's what I want you to do for your 10 and 10. Lead elbow, rear knee. That's one. Okay, so lead elbow. So when I do the elbow, I'm cutting down and my other hand is protecting my face. When I switch, so if I'm in the ranged elbow, he's in the ranged elbow. Okay, so I want to have, yes, I have my shield up. Okay, so lead elbow, rear knee. If you want to grab your partner, one hand, not two. Okay, but that's fine. You do one last time. Lead elbow, rear knee. That's kind of one. You can do 10 times, switch leads 10 times. But just to quick review it, right? So it starts with me doing the jab cross. Right? He wipes. I'm going to wedge through, aggressively close, follow with the cross. So at this point, you could back up. Right? And then back up. little bit more for the kick. Right? So as a feeder, you give way. There are times we don't, right? There are times where we could do this drill where he doesn't give way, where I trap here and he doesn't give way. So maybe I have to adjust what I'm doing. Okay, that's why we have that other option. Okay, but for this drill, I'm going the idea that I'm being aggressive and he's fading. So he fades, right? Yeah. Cross, hook, cross, fades again. Okay? Just to make this flow. Different levels we can do it where the partner does not give way. Because I mean, those remember ICS, remember Ted? The guy had no hair. Big guy. He's been in a bunch of B movies as a villain, but we were doing these drills and I was working with Ted, right? And he'd have his hand up and I'd trap it, like bam, nothing would happen. Like he was just like, and he wasn't trying to be a jerk. It's just his structure, his strength. He's just like did not move. Boom. So you have to know that that's a potential, right? Because Daly used to have that sign up. It's like, I'm not training to beat the people I already can. I'm training to beat the 6'6", 270-pound monster. That's because really, I know there are people I can beat up already. I don't need to really train. Anyway, so here's the drill: jab, cross, wedge, trap and hit, cross, hook, cross, now tech. And then you switch to do the opposite lead. I start jab, cross. He wipes it. I wedge through. I trap and hit. Cross, hook, cross. Okay. Yes. All right, let's give it a go. All right. So then you're 10 and 10. It's going to be lead elbow, rear elbow, rear knee. Right. So the point of when he's punching, I don't like you to catch punches. When he's punching, I don't like you to catch punches. Right. Hold the punches. Structurally, it's just better. Right? For range, is better. If I start catching his punches, I'm shortening his range. He's not going to get his full extension, and there's good potential for injuring his wrist. When we're doing the elbows, structurally, he's much sounder, and so I do like to catch the elbows because also if you're passive on the elbows, it just doesn't feel good. Right? So catch the elbows, catch the elbow, brace for the knee. All right. Just want to be clear. Don't catch punch. I don't agree with catching punch. I know like to see it in coaching, but often when they're doing it, they're actually doing small motions like this, and the tendency is people start doing this. And when you see a high level coach, they do catch, but it tends to be a very short catching motion. Even then, I still because generally people they're working with have wrapped wrists. Right? So then less chance of injury. We don't train with the wrapped wrists because we're not going to have our wrists wrapped. Right? So lead elbow, rear knee. Okay?